Welcome back, guys and gals. Maddie back again. Today, we're talking everything we carry in here for our winter backpacking trips in the Rockies. We're gonna rip my pack apart, go over everything I carry for my winter backpacking trips when I take the hammock out. Put all the weights on the screen for you guys if you guys are interested. The base weight on this pack, as it is right now, this entire system here is at 22 pounds. That's without food or water. I do have the fuel included just because it was in the bottle for my MSR Whisper Light. Spoiler, yes, I'm carrying an MSR Whisper Light. Let's get the pack ripped apart. We'll go over everything we're carrying for winter trips. Very first thing we're going to talk about is my pack, my tried and true Osprey Exos 58. I absolutely love this pack. Now you guys may be wondering, Maddie, why do you have the lid back on your pack? I thought you said you were ditching the lid for 2020, and I am. That was summertime use. Obviously for winter trips, I do like having the full storage capacity of the pack. I like having the lid on for the winter time, so I do bring the lid on winter trips. I wasn't trolling you guys or anything like that, but yeah, that's why the lid's on the pack. Got my Osprey Exos 58. Next thing we're going to talk about really briefly is my clothing system. The reason we're not going to go over this very in depth is that I have an entire separate video specifically on my winter clothing system for backpacking trips. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I'll put a link up in the cards for you guys if you want to check that out. But yeah, this is basically everything that I would carry for my clothing system for my winter backpacking trips. It's got my parka, my ghost whisper, a shell, my fleece, a neck gaiter, gloves, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's my clothing. Now, let's jump into my cook system. We'll include my water with that as well. First, I bring 1 liter Nalgene. I only bring one of them. That's all I bring for my water storage in the winter time, primarily because Nalgenes can handle the hot water, and I do the hot water bottle trick at nighttime. It forces me to bring my water bottle inside my sleep system with me, so I know that my water is not going to freeze. Nothing worse than waking up in the morning with a solid block of ice to try and melt down to get some water. Next up, my GSI backpacker mug. This goes on every trip with me. I like having my separate coffee cup in the morning. I've got one of the 591 milliliter or 20 ounce MSR fuel bottles for the MSR white gas I carry for my Whisper Light stove. And I've got my Toaks 1200 milliliter pot. As always, my Toaks titanium spork. The lid of the pot doubles as a frying pan on this thing, but because the handle really sucks, it's kind of useless, so I never use it as a frying pan. Windscreen for the Whisper Light, little bag for the Toaks, and there she is, my Whisper Light. No joke, this stove is over 15 years old. I've had this thing for a long time. I freaking love this stove. But yeah, that is my stove for the winter time. The pump for the Whisper Light, and my Toaks 1200 titanium pot with melted handles because I use this thing on the fire all the time. Yeah, I think I've only used the stove once in the last 2 years to melt a little bit of snow, but I do bring it with me just in case. You never know, but I do tend to have fires most of the time. The last part of my food and cook kit, and a new gear item that I'm pretty stoked about, my Ursack Major XL. Huge thanks to my mom for getting this for me for Christmas. Super stoked for the Ursack, so yeah, look forward to some videos on this coming up in the future. Yeah, new food bag. Let's dive into my toiletries and sort of my comfort items and the little bit of electronics I carry with me. Now, this is not going to cover all my electronics and my camera and filming gear. I have a full separate video on that. I'll link up in the cards for you guys if you guys want to check that out. But this is basically just, if I was just going backpacking, I was not going to shoot a video or do anything like that, this is what I would carry with me. My DeLorme InReach SE, this is one of the older models. Works exactly the same as the newer models. Oh yeah, that's what I go with, is the DeLorme InReach SE. For my headlamp, I'm actually going back to my old P-Tech headlamp. It uses 2 AAA batteries, but my Black Diamond Revolt died. Even using regular AAAs, which you're supposed to be able to use, it doesn't work anymore. So I went back to my old P-Tech headlamp. It's super lightweight. It does kind of annoy me that it uses AAA batteries, but that's what I'm going with for a headlamp, is my P-Tech. Got my toiletry kit. In here, I've got some hand sanitizer, my toothbrush, my toothpaste, some chapstick. I think I even got my little chapstick tube of deodorant in there and a little hairbrush. Yeah, my little toiletry kit. Oh, some extra hair bands as well. Toilet paper, never leave home without it. A pack towel, it's a little microfiber pack towel for wiping down or whatever. My favorite ass pad, the Thermarest Z Seat. This thing just permanently lives in my pack, essentially. I freaking love this thing. My first aid kit, pretty comprehensive. I've got some videos on first aid kits if you guys want to check those out. You can find them in playlists on my channel, and I'll link them in the description down below for you guys. There's my first aid kit. Let's finish this off with the fun stuff and jump into my shelter and sleep system. As always, my little shop of Hammocks Warrior. Absolutely love this hammock. Obviously, this is my go-to hammock in the wintertime because I do like having the fully enclosed bug net. The bug net does help seal some heat in, so yeah, my little shop of Hammocks Warrior. My hammock suspension. This is my 6-foot tree straps, my whoopee slings. It's got the Dutch clips and the Dutch little whoopee hooks and everything like that. My titanium toggles. That's my suspension setup for my hammock. Rounding out the shelter system, my UGQ Winter Dream 12 on the Dutch continuous ridge line with some Dutch tarp fleas and that kind of stuff. I like the Dutch titanium bling on my tarps. My UGQ Winter Dream 12. Absolutely love this tarp. I'm still really lacking on making a video on this tarp. I really need to get on that because this thing is freaking sweet. Alright, I was wrong. That does not round out my shelter system. I almost forgot. My tent stakes. This is just a little pouch of titanium tent stakes I carry with me. That rounds out my shelter system. Let's jump into my sleep system inside the hammock. As I said in my last video, going back to the Hammock Gear downfilled pillow after the Trikology 2.0 had some catastrophic failure issues for me. Yeah, the Hammock Gear down pillow, ridiculously comfortable. I absolutely freaking love this thing. My bottom insulation, the Outdoor Vitals, Lofttech Hybrid 0-degree underquilt. This thing is ridiculously warm. Absolutely love this thing. This is my underquilt for the winter backpacking trips. My top insulation for my winter backpacking. I go with a bit of a layering setup because using my UGQ Bandit 20-degree top quilt. Yeah, I've got a video out on this thing. I absolutely freaking love my Bandit top quilt. If you guys want to check that video out, pop her up in the cards for you guys. To supplement with my top quilt, I'm taking my Lazy Bear synthetic blanket. With the Lazy Bear synthetic blanket combined with my UGQ Bandit 20-degree top quilt, that gets me down to a 0-degree Fahrenheit rating, which is what I'm looking for. So this backpacking setup here, I'm good down to roughly minus 20 degrees Celsius. I generally don't like going out when I'm expecting overnight lows colder than minus 20 Celsius. I've had frostbite a couple times in the past. It's really not that enjoyable. I really just don't enjoy playing in temperatures like that. It's just not that fun. I work in those kind of temperatures all the time in the field of work that I work in. So hopefully that gave you guys some ideas. If you guys are looking at building kind of a winter backpacking setup, this is what I've been using for my backpacking trips with the hammock out in the Rockies. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'd love to help you guys out if I can. As always, I'm Maddie. Thank you guys so dang much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.